Yeah, I mean, obviously, had our chances in the first and second, and then a little bit too sloppier in the third for sure.
Is frustration the word that covers how that third period went?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I mean, given how you guys were playing, you were all over them in the second period. It's not what you expected. Didn't expect to be down 5-2.
Yeah, definitely didn't expect that. I mean, I guess that's why you play 60 minutes, right? And we had a great 40, but then obviously fell apart there.
Do you give credit to their goaltender on a night like tonight?
Not, I mean, maybe not really. I mean, he made some good saves, but I wouldn't say he made any, outlandish saves. I don't know what the shot count was, whether it hit 50 or not, but I mean, he played well, but yeah.
So it comes more down to you guys executing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see any insane saves. Did you? No. So.
The fact that they weren't trying to block, it seemed like they were trying not to block shots, and that's certainly something they've been trying to do. Does that throw you guys off? You're shooting, you're trying to create rebounds, things like that, but you're getting clear lanes at the goalie. Does that throw you off?
I don't know. I don't know. I just obviously we got some shots to him. The OC play. It is what it is, but it's nice to see him in front of the net there and compete. And I think we got to just keep doing that and find some greasy goals, especially when not much is going in for us right now. But I mean, besides the offense, I think that if you ask the coaching staff, they'd probably be more focused on the lapses defensively than what we could have done offensively.
You didn't score on the power play tonight, obviously, but getting Garland back looked like you had a couple of good chances there on the man advantage at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have him back. Obviously, that's another subject there is they scored on their power play. We went 0 for 2, and so I think I can be better on the power play for sure. And as far as Garley, it was nice to have him back.
Yeah, thought we played well enough to win. Obviously, dominated the first two periods. A little soft in front of our net. They get a few lucky bounces and capitalized in the power play there. So, tough, but a lot of positive signs in terms of how we played tonight.
How about for you personally, 3 goals in the last 2 games? Is that something you can build off of moving forward?
Yeah, not the first time I've done it. I think it's just, new team. Didn't play all last regular season, so it was a little different. And I think just getting a feel for things took me a little longer than I would have liked, and now starting to feel real good.
Are they doing anything differently? You guys were in such control in the second period.
Well, I mean, you knew they were going to come out with a better period than they probably had the first 2. I'm sure they weren't happy with their first 2 periods, and they get one that goes off a skate in the back door, and then capitalize on the power play, and I think. Obviously, would have liked to probably get a couple in the first 2 periods and not let them hang around, but that's the way the game goes sometimes. We got a lucky break in Chicago, and they got one here tonight here in Vancouver.
Yeah, obviously not the result we wanted. I wish could have made 1 or 2 more saves to keep us in it, but try to do my best every night and make sure I prepare and put my A game every night, and that's all I can do.
What about the Bertuzzi goal, the second one there? It looks like he might have kicked it in. What was your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I gotta look that up. But I'm sure the referees saw it and they made their call.
It feels like over the last couple of games, there's been a lot of backdoor goals or backdoor plays that the opposition has set up. As a goaltender, are you able to direct kind of your forwards and defensemen to watch that, or is that just a system thing that has to be adjusted?
Yeah, we probably have to look at that a little bit. It's always a challenging play for a goalie, but it's a 5-man unit and 6 guys, including the goalie, so we just got to work better as a unit.
Well, the first 2 periods we doubled them in chances, and I mean we all saw that. I think one goes in, pretty good chance we win that hockey game. Little mishap on the first one they got defensively. We made a mistake, and then all of a sudden, I just think we got off a little bit from there. I don't know if it was fatigue from the trip coming back or just we overpressed, and you guys saw the rest.
On the O'Connor one that was overturned, were you sort of confident that it wasn't going to count, or what did you think in the moment?
He went to the net. When I saw it, I thought they probably weren't going to count it.
Just on, you mentioned the kind of over pressing and whatnot. I mean, was that just a case of sort of mental fatigue, perhaps, or what did you think happened? What led to the breakdown defensively?
Yeah, I think the first goal was just there was a mistake on the goal, and I think the next couple maybe I don't know if it's mental fatigue, and then you allow maybe frustration to come in and you over press. We've all been there as players where or you help a buddy out too quick. Or you lose a little trust, whatever it is. I'm not telling you it was one thing, but you're probably right about, you try to do too much or help or overpress at times, and that could happen in a game where you could easily be up 3 or 4 goals in the first 2 periods, get one called back, and then you're coming off a trip where you have fatigue, and then all of a sudden you might be mentally a little bit frustrated, maybe, and that could be the outcome, right?
Offensively, I mean, you guys got a lot of pucks to the net, but it was almost like Chicago were inviting you to do that. Did that almost throw you guys off, the fact that they were giving you open lanes to shoot at?
Sorry.
Like just the way Chicago was defending in the sense that they weren't trying to block shots. Like they were trying to they were almost permissive in letting the outside shots off. Did that almost suck your guys in a little bit and not work harder to get inside, perhaps?
I don't know. I'm not sure I saw it that way. That they were just letting it was all outside shots. I mean, we had a lot going on. I thought their goalie played pretty good and tight, kept them in it. Maybe we could have anchored a little bit longer at the net. Our first guy, he came off it a little bit too early at times. I think he thought, when you're playing at certain teams, there's a time to come off it, especially when we go D to D. But I thought, as coaches, I heard, they wanted our first guy to stay at the net a little bit longer to keep goalie was having a good game for them, keep him deep in his net, things like that. But it was working what we had going on, and here we are.
Connor Garland returns tonight. What does he bring to the power play?
Garley, well, Garley's a good hockey player. He had a lot of good looks today. He had the puck on his stick a lot today. It's always great to get a veteran like that back.
And Elias Pettersson, is that just a chance for a young player to reset?
Yeah. He's young. He's played a lot of hockey, a lot of minutes, and for sure.
The PK, Adam, you guys had one penalty again tonight. The goal went in. You guys, I think, have allowed the most PK goals in the league. What are you seeing right now in the penalty kill? Is it as bad as the stats suggest, or are you seeing some better things there?
Well, when goals are going in, it doesn't matter what you say, it's not what you want. So, you're going to hear bad. But tonight was so different than, say, the last couple games where I think it was a fatigue move. There was a time where we went down and pressed, and then the next guy pressed, and the moment was wrong. But the guys were trying to do the right thing, and that can happen with mental fatigue.
Lucas Reichel now, he's 7 games into his Canuck career, so he's been around for a little bit. What are you seeing from him now that he's spent some time here?
Yeah, he's got speed. He can make plays, things like that. He's trying to figure it out. We've had, different line combinations. He's learning to play our system, and learning to defend more with his body. I think once he starts doing that, he'll have even more success. But I think he's got to do that as well on the offensive side of it. Get his body into guys at the net, get his body into guys on the walls, and our coaches are working on that with him.